Yesterday we started discussing and reading prose. Very good. Prose is a form of literature. It's a form of writing. There are 3 different kinds that we're going to be talking about over the next few weeks. This week is prose. Next week will be poetry. And the week after that will be drama. Yes, and drama is like plays. Anyways, so today and the rest of this week we're going to focus on this packet that I'm passing out right now. Y'all close your Chromebooks and put them in the middle. We don't need them. But this packet that I just passed out is for the rest of this week, so don't panic. We're not doing all this today. Alright, so what is the rounding here? Huh? Yes, close the Chromebooks and put them in the middle. Anyways, back to me, guys, back to me. Back to me. I'm up here. What is it? Does it have a point on it? Huh? Does it have lead on it? Can you write it?
It was the first.
Anyways, so we're going to do
There's
3 stories. So I believe it's today, tomorrow, and Thursday that we'll be working on this packet. So make sure you put your name on it right now. Go ahead, put your name on it. Go ahead and put your name on it. What will it? If there is another one. Alright, make sure your name's on the paper. I'm playing the video. Prose comes from the Latin prosa, which means straightforward. Prose can be written or spoken and has no formal metrical structure. It's basically ordinary language, the way people speak. So just like your everyday book, there's no lyrical or anything with it. Prose is a language that follows regular grammatical conventions without any metrical structure. Prose does not make jokes. I watch the government and report the facts. Yes, that is a famous quote by Will Rogers. So human conversations are also examples of prose. Textbooks are examples of prose. Me talking to you, novels, so your books, short stories, fairy tales. Guys, I got this. Thank you. Newspapers. Prose in literature is what we cover would be fiction and nonfiction. So all of your books that you check out from the library, all of those are types of prose. They're supposed to be bringing me a picture of this. have heroic prose and poetry prose, but we're not focusing on poetry. I don't know why this is some type of video. Yeah, but she's speaking in like almost a different language. Alright, prose has no intentional structure or meter. Prose is written in paragraphs and chapters. It's made up of characters and incidents that are organized in chronological order. So again, like the everyday books that we read.
Can you turn it all the way down?
We recognize prose by it being in sections or in full blocks of text. Verse, which is going to be things that poetry is written in, it's broken into lines that all start with capital letters. Good.
Huh?
Okay.
That was kind of weird how she was saying that. It's like Mexican. There is none. Ask him nice one.
I will. Kane, don't just walk in there and start sharpening your pencil. Browning, turn the lights on. Why do I hear all this background noise while I'm typing? Is that better? Okay. So we're gonna read the meat today. The meat. And then we're going to discuss the questions that go along with it. There's 6 questions. Okay, the meet. It says, it was the first cross-country meet of the school year, and
That was a little weird. Sure, I remember first day.
alright. It wasn't for me, that was the whole school. It was the first cross-country meet of the school year, and Jenna was nervous. She had never raced before and had never run a mile without stopping. Peyton, maybe I should sit this one out, she said. Oh, no, you don't, Peyton replied. This is our race, and we'll do it together. We've trained all month for this, and this is not the time to back out. Jenna finished tying her track shoes and put her number on her school jersey. She tried to look confident, but inside she felt like Jell-O. The girls walked to the starting line and waited for the coach to give them some last-minute advice. Miss Johnson walked in front of the girls' group and said, okay, you girls know, get into your place. Oh, wait. You girls know what to do. Start out quickly to get out of the wash and then get into your pace. Find someone who runs at the same pace and keep up with them. When you round the last corner, make sure you have something left in you because that's the time to give it all you've got and sprint. Give it all I've got, thought Jenna. Yes, I can do this, she realized. Miss Johnson gave Peyton and Jenna the rest of the girls' team high fives and wished them luck. The race started and finished quickly. As Jenna ran through the finish line and chute, she felt elated. Peyton was directly in front of her. Jenna made it and they were a team. Now she couldn't wait for the next race. Girls, I'm tired of seeing ponytails and hair in the air. Get done. Alright, so this prose is about two girls doing a what?
Race.
Track race. Okay? Cross country, same thing. Alright, so at the very, very bottom of your page, under the reading,
What is piece?
what is the setting of this prose piece? What is the setting?
A track.
Track. Outside. A track across the country.
It doesn't necessarily say exactly where this is, but we know that it would have to be at like a,
Like a racetrack.
not a racetrack, but
Cross
where,
country track.
thank you, please go over there. It would be where they would be running the cross country. So I'm just gonna say that it was at the cross country meet. The setting would be the cross country meet. What, do we write it?
Yes.
I'm just not going to flip that page all the time over there. What I underlined, cross country meet. The setting is the cross country meet. Alright. Flip to the next page. Number 2, why do you think Jenna was so nervous at the meet? Why was she nervous, Isaiah? She thought she was gonna lose. Kane, did you wanna add something?
It says in there that she never ran a full mile. Like she never ran a full mile, but had not done.
Right. Jenna was nervous. She had never raced before and had never run a mile without stopping.
That's what I was trying to say.
You can shorten it up. You don't have to put that entire sentence. But she had never raced and she had never run a full mile.
It's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. On rainy days, I'll go to sleep.
Alright, so since we're talking about sleeping, so let's move on to number 3. I assume we're done. How did Jenna change from the beginning of the story compared to the end? So we already determined that she was nervous at the beginning. How was she at the very end?
Happy.
She was happy. Did they win?
Yes.
I think they did.
They did.
Yes,
they did.
The race started as Jenna ran to the finish line and she felt elated. I don't really know what that means. It was directly in front of her. Jenna made it and they were a team. Now she couldn't wait for the next race. So she was nervous to begin with, and then she was excited. I'll say she was nervous to begin with, and then she couldn't wait for the next race. Mariah, sit up.
Can I put it on happy? Nervous to excited.
Yep, you could put she was nervous and then she was excited. Alright, number 4. What is the plot of this story? The plot. Remember, back to our elements. What is a plot? That is what? That is what happens in the story. Very good. So what is the plot of this story, Isaiah? That's not a plot. That's the theme. What's the plot? What happens in this story, Jones? A race is happening, a cross-country race. Kendall?
They win the race.
They win the race. Jacob? She said what you were going to say. Guys, more than just a race happened and they won happens. Isaiah?
She was getting ready, then she got nervous, and she started and like,
Peyton, add to it.
the two girls were nervous.
The 2 girls were nervous, and then what, Jacob?
Or Isaiah.
Isaiah went through it all. Guys, when you're telling me the plot of a story, it's not just they had a race. I mean, yeah, it told me that they had a race, but it was the first cross-country meet. The girls got nervous. Then, she started getting ready for the track meet because she put her shoes on and then her jersey, and she tried to look confident. Then the girls went to the starting line. Then the coach was trying to pump them up to give them some advice for the race. And then the girls took off running and they finished at the finish line and won the race. Now they are excited for the next race.
That's a lot.
You have to write all that? All that?
No,
Can we just pick one, like, first call? No.
no, I
No,
just
I'm writing all
said
of it.
plot is not one sentence. Plot is what happens in the story.
Oh, so you just write down each step what happened in each step. Figure out all that so that you write one sentence that you want.
Guys, am I asking you to rewrite the whole story?
No.
You know, back when I was y'all's age, and I had to do Georgia Milestones, it was called CRCT back then. We didn't get to do it on the computer. So guess what we did, Kendall? We had to write all that. Do not pop off at me about writing something. You are at school, all of you. You are at school. This is a place to learn. You have a pencil for a reason and a piece of paper that has about 6 lines on it. Make use of it. If I put this on the computer, you would still have to do all of that. We don't get out the easy way just because we don't feel like writing today. None of us feel like being here today, but guess what? We are. Because we don't have a choice. I'm not asking you to write, Miss Johnson gave Peyton and Jen and the rest of the girls' teams high fives and wished them luck. The race started and finished quickly. I'm not asking you to write every sentence, and I don't care if you write the sentence word for word. But you just heard me read this story. You know what happens. Write it down. The girls were going to a race. They were nervous for the race. Then they got ready for the race. Then they then they went to the starting line. Then they started to race. And then by the end of the race, they were excited for the next one. How hard is that? Yes, Robin. Yes. When I tell y'all to write something, I'm not meaning that you have to rewrite the entire passage word for word. But you know how that story just happened, so tell me. Y'all gotta quit being
so lazy, not wanting to do anything.
Yes, Brian.
Can I say first that the girls were nervous about the first cross-country race?
First, the girls were nervous about the first cross-country race. Then, when they got ready for the race and started racing, they realized it wasn't so bad after all. And then they were excited for the next one. It's just that simple. Yes, babe. What is it? Read it to me.
The girls went to the race, they got ready for the race, then they went to starting line, they started, then they finished and went beside me because they won.
Very good. See? As long as you're telling me what happened in the story. Alright. We gotta move quick. What is the point of view of this story? Point of view, remember, that is first, second, third person. First person is what?
Somebody tell me.
Personal. Me, my, our, they, them. Third person is gonna be what?
If somebody's like watching.
If somebody's like watching from the outside. Narrator, which is what?
This one, this story.
This story, exactly. This story is a narrated story. It would be third person. We know that because it's talking about the girls. Jenna, she,
Them. Give them.
the girls.
Them.
Where?
It's like right there on the girls.
Them. Give them some last minute advice. Miss Johnson. She.
Her.
Her.
Yeah.
Jenna. It's calling them by name. It's not saying that I went to this race and was very nervous. Me and my friend, we got our jerseys on and then we went to the starting line. When we started the race, we were nervous, but by the end of the race, we were excited and happy because we won and we were ready for the next one, right? It just kind of flowed through like that, right? Alright, so it would be third person point of view. So make sure you put third person and you can put, yeah, third person point of view. Put that, and then make sure that you at least put, yeah, you can put, alright guys, number, the last one, what is it? The theme, we just talked about this. Never give up, very good. Make sure you write that down.
You need to talk with them before you want me to talk to them.
I've already told them that my bigger boss, the one
Your
that's
hood's on your head, Mr. Dassey.
I've already told
Kendall,
them
get all this trash up. Bring,
about
get that trash up.
my bigger boss, bigger than Dr. Rouse, the one that came from my other place where I was before I came here, to make sure that I'm still in the right mind of teaching is on the way.
Put y'all's mask up. Your mask, y'all put your mask in your desk. Gavin, why is that Chromebook cracked like that? Whose Chromebook is that? Have we not had countless discussions about the Chromebooks? Guys, you better behave. You get sideways while she's getting observed, it's gonna be me and you. I ain't even gonna let her mess with you. It's gonna be me and you.
That's what I told him. I said, if y'all embarrass me in front
Kane, don't ask crazy questions, don't tell crazy stories, you can do it afterwards. Y'all know how to
She's
act.
here, just letting you
Yeah,
know,
she's in the
here,
building.
but she won't be in here until after y'all get back to the specials.
So when you come back here to the specials, y'all need to look like little saints, little angels. I should see halos. Little soldiers. Okay?
Does my face look as bad as it did yesterday?
A little bit. What is that?